So a lot of times we don't share our values up front before we date. We think, well, what's the big deal? Let's get to know each other first. Let's find out if you like each other before we find out if our values are in alignment. So a lot of times, commonly, this will come up with kids or finances. Like, we're not going to talk about if we want kids or want to get married before we go on a first date. That's weird. They're going to think I'm weird if I talk about that, right? That's inappropriate. I could not disagree more wholeheartedly. I think that once we are attachment animals, humans are very good at attachment. That's one of our superpowers. Is we live in a pack, and what keeps the pack together, what keeps a pack bonded, is attachment. Okay, so we are biologically primed to attach, and oxytocin is called the cuddle hormone, and we produce it when we cuddle, when we hold hands, when we kiss, when we have sex, when we have orgasms. We produce a lot of oxytocin, which makes us very sticky, makes us very attached. If you have a values misalignment, you'll still become biologically attached. So then you go down the road many years and you discover one of us wants kids and one of us doesn't. And now we're so deep in, it's heartbreaking. This actually just came up with a client of mine. 6-year relationship, right? Or 3-year relationship rather. And they just broke up over kids, right? Because they just, in their case, they didn't really know. They were young, but like, it was values misalignment. They just kind of kicked the can down the road, kicked the can on the road, and they just had to break up. And good for them, right? And better than her sacrificing her life of kids. But like, check out the values first before you go on the date, and definitely check out the values before you get physical and have orgasms and release oxytocin.